Hey y'all, Mama Bean here, and today I wanted to do a quick little chat and talk to you about grinders and how we're going to grind our beans. We have two different grinders here that you're probably familiar with. This one right here, and this is going to be your electric blade grinder, okay? And in your blade grinder inside, you have these blades that spin around, right, really fast. There's not a whole lot of control. The only thing you can control in a blade grinder is going to be your time that it spends grinding, okay? So when you're having this button here, you think you have control, right? You think you're getting your espresso fine grind up to your coarse drip fine. But all this does right here is it's going to adjust the time that the blade spins. The problem we have with the blade grinder is that as it begins to spin, it's just chopping those beans in the air. The beans are flying all around. Some beans are going to get hit 100 times, some beans not at all. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a really, really inconsistent grind in your beans, okay? The second thing that happens is that as this blade spins, it heats up, and it's going to heat up your beans. As your beans heat up, you're distracting, whatever you want to call it. You're taking away from the flavor of the beans, and we don't want to have that happen out here. So a good alternative that I'm going to highly suggest to everybody is going to go ahead and get a Burr grinder. A Burr grinder is conical plates, okay? So they're two plates that are going to kind of grind like this. With a Burr grinder, what's going to happen is you're going to get a really consistent grind, okay? Every single bean is going to grind to the exact same consistency that's needed. And it doesn't heat up, so you're not affecting the temperature, you're not cooking your beans, so to say, as it's grinding. So we're going to do a little test. I thought it would be fun. So we're going to test the beans. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get these two ready. I'm going to prepare, then I'm going to come back and we're going to see what they look like. Okay? See you in a sec. Okay, what we have here, we have the same beans, and I have the settings to the same. I have them on a coarse grind for a drip for the Burr and a coarse grind for a drip for the blade. Let's go ahead and see what consistencies we get with both of those. Okay, guys, we're back here, and I'm going to show you. So this is the grind that we have from our electric grinder, and this is the grind that we have from our Burr grinder. We're going to try to get a little bit close here, and I apologize for the light. But as you can see here, right, see we have some very, very large beans and some almost espresso ground powdery beans, okay? Over here, we have a much more consistent grind. I could pick it up and just show you. Every single bean grind is almost exactly the same. See the difference between the two? Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do a pour over method. See you. Okay, here what we've done is we're just going to do a simple pour over camping method that we use, just because I feel like it's going to highlight the what's happening here with both of the beans. So in this cup here, we have our blade grinded beans, and here we have our Burr grinded beans. Okay, so what I have done here is I have our 2 temperature water. We have our boiling water plus 30 seconds of non-heat time. So what I'm going to do first is, of course, we're going to do it the correct way. We're going to do just a little pour on each one and go ahead and let those bloom first before we do our little pour. So we're going to let those bloom. As coffee blooms, by the way, since we're sitting here doing this, you do want to let your coffee bloom and let those natural oils that are extracted and the flavors that are in those beans come to life. And that's what we mean when we say we're going to bloom, when we're letting the coffee bloom. We're going to just let that sit for just a little bit. And what I'm hoping to see, and I have a good feeling that it's going to work, is that we're going to come and you're going to see up top in here, inside of here, you're going to see real good the consistency difference between the two, because as the water floats to as it floats to the top, you're going to see the difference in the weight of the beans, and it's real interesting scientifically, I guess. What you're going to really see the inconsistent beans that are the heavier beans that didn't get chopped up quite right, and this are going to float to the top of this bean. So I think we've got a good enough bloom for this experiment we have here, and then we're going to go and have the kids test. So I'm going to go ahead and finish pouring, and we'll be right back with the. Okay, y'all, back here, what I've done, I have moved us into the light so you can get a better picture. So as you can see here, this is the electric blade. You see all these pieces that have floated to the top? Right? See the inconsistent? See? Look at this. See, they're almost virtually identical. So now the real part is going to be, we're going to put them to the test. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to go ahead and put them to the taste test. So this is the one that we have had with our electric grind, and this is the one with our Burr grind. So, do you have a preference? What do you think, Brother Breed? Which one should I do first?
I feel like we should do the worst one to the best, so I feel like we should do the electric one first, the electric one first.
Okay, and this was our electric blade grind. And I'm gonna tell you, looking at them, the difference is, I mean, there's a slight muddiness into this one, but other than that, the color is almost identical. So since Sister Bean doesn't like plain black coffee, I don't want to let them taste it once they go in ahead and add in their creams and their sugars, but Mama's gonna taste it black. Okay.
I never tasted black coffee though.
Well, we'll try it in a moment, okay? Okay, it's really hot.
Can you see?
See, it's steaming, it's so hot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay. Okay, it does get some sharpness on the side of the tongue there. Oh, look out, Sister Bean, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and move out of the light, thank you. Okay. Oh yes, it's much more even. It doesn't hit the sides of the tongue. It doesn't like, you know, like when you have a lemon candy, you get like the bitterness. You do get a much even flavor. Okay, it's not too hot. You want to taste difference?
Sure.
See if you can tell. Okay.
Okay, so which one's which?
I know which one is which. You taste it and you tell me which one you think is better. Look at the camera though, so people don't see the back of your head. Okay, you taste it and you tell me which ones you think is better.
Don't they taste the same?
They taste the same? Probably to a 9-year-old they taste the same. I do feel like that I did get a little bit more of the biting, yeah, the bitterness on the side of my tongue there, like a sour bitterness on the side, a little bit juicier tang, where, you know, it just like swells up in juice with that. So if you don't believe me, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and try it yourself and let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks for watching.